So this little machine on the end is a wave machine. They're often used in saltwater aquariums. Mine's a freshwater aquarium, and I'm pointing it to direct the CO2 diffuser to pump the CO2 microbubbles around the tank to be utilised by the plants. The plants absorb the CO2 in the water, and then they use it for photosynthesis, and that helps them to grow, helps the plants grow, which is why my planted tanks look so nice, the ones with CO2 kits on, I think. I also am now using Leaf Zone, which is a fertiliser. I'm not sponsored by it, but I did a recent little video about the Leaf Zone that I'm using, the liquid fertiliser. Anyway, this is about that, and that is a wave machine, wave maker, and it's just a little pump that directs the water and makes it flow around the tank, and makes the CO2 micro bubbles, which you can see they're coming out of that diffuser, and it makes them flow around the tank as well. And so I'm hoping that all of the plants will be able to utilise the CO2 in the tank through the flow of the water. As you can see there's a bit of sediment being blown about, but that's not a bad thing because the filter will now pick it up as well, and it will make the filter work better as well. The plants are growing really well. There was a little brick where the diffuser is, so there's a brick there that had a bucephalandra glued to it, and I've taken that bucephalandra off and I put it on my log or stick bridge. So the stick bridge goes along here, look, and there's the bucephalandra on the end, and I sort of just wedged it in the bottom there against that moss and against that rock next to the bowl biters. Anyway, with any luck the CO2 will help to make all these plants grow even better, along with the Leaf Zone that I'm using in my giant community oddball tank. And I think it looks really nice. I keep on having to trim the plants in there, so it must be doing a good job, as they're growing so well. As I trim them, I just move the trim bits back, plant them back a bit further, and it all grows really well. I've got to do a bit more of a trim with some Bacopa that's growing really well. There's a bit there you can see that's got new roots hanging off it. I'm probably going to chop that off and put that back into the substrate as a bit more to grow up to the surface. But everything is growing really fantastically well. And as I say, this is an oddball tank. I'm now doing a video once a week on the oddball fish, and this week's in-depth look at oddball fish is a look at the horseface loach. I've got 3 of them, and they're a substrate sand sifting fish, so they keep your substrate nice and clean. There's one of them there. It's probably Dobbin or Black Beauty or Champion the Wonder Horse. Anyway, I've given them all silly names. But yes, my oddball community tank, heavily planted. There is a slight tea colour to it, but I have got something that might help that, which I shall bring you along to have a look at. Other scapers I'm sure must use it, because I watch a lot of other scapers, and they also have bogwood in their tanks, and their tanks are absolutely crystal clear, so I should think that they're using what I've just bought recently, and I'll do a little update video on that at some point, and we'll see what the difference makes. But for now, this is my community oddball tank, and it's giant, and it's well heavily planted, and I love it, I really do. And I hope you like it too, and I hope you like my videos and that. If you do, please like and subscribe to Ian's Field of Greens 2021. There's going to be lots more videos outside coming up, because we're going into, well, it's springtime here, and so there's more to see outdoors. But for now, my fish of my giant community oddball tank. Hope everyone's well, cheers.